Hi, I'm Jerry Efron, my wife Sandy Efron, and we're here at 6 Singing Woods Road in Silvermine, a lovely section of Norwalk, Connecticut in Fairfield County. We've just purchased this estate, 7.5 acres, consisting of this main house, which is a very unusual California bungalow, very unusual architecture for this section of the country.
Built in the 1950s, it has a lot of craftsman detail. I think it's a gem.
This house sits on 1 acre, and then there's an additional 3 acre, 1 acre, and one that's 3.5 or 4 acre lot. We have an amazing amount of specimen plantings that we're gonna have to cull through to get things off the roof, which we are gonna have to replace. We're now working on the outside details. Sandy's working on the color.
Perfect color to bring out the stone in the front of the house.
The stone has a little bluish, grayish, so it's a very unusual stone color. Obviously, when we replace the roof, we'll get into a grayer, darker shingle, and I think it's gonna look great. Well, here we go. This foyer, really spectacular. You know, the drama and the height. And believe it or not, this is all hand painted. We're gonna leave it. We hope that whoever ends up in this home likes it. If not, we'll unfortunately paint over it, but for now we're gonna keep it because we think it's just an important feature of the home.
The decor here had a strong Asian influence, and you could see by the drawings on the ceiling, but there were soji screens everywhere, which we have kept. You can see them stacked in the living room. We still hope to use them in some places. I happen to love them. It could be overkill, but if somebody doesn't like them, you just pop them out. I love this grand living room. I could just feel them entertaining in the 50s and 60s, and the step down, maybe a grand piano in the corner.
So this sunroom was added on at some point. We're gonna replace the glass that's not properly insulated, totally water and airtight. We're gonna have to clean up some of those trees out there. In order to really enjoy the most spectacular aspects, we're gonna have to thin that out a little bit.
Obviously this carpet's gotta go, and even though wallpaper's in, some of this wallpaper is out. So we'll be taking it out of the house. There might be 1 or 2 places we can keep it.
We're actually exploring some methods, since taking down old wallpaper can be a problem. We're thinking about an alcohol-based primer where we can actually paint over some of it. So we'll see how that works.
It can give you texture because of the papers.
It's part of the fun of renovating. Yeah. You have to be open to all kinds of issues.
If you have any opinions, let us know. We're happy to listen.
All right, so we got a dining room here, interesting floor. I'm not sure what we're going to do.
Nice formal dining room off your kitchen for easy access. And here's where there's a little pocket door soji screen, which you can close for privacy and hide the mess.
She just loves these soji screens. We'll see what you all think. And this old light fixture, which is, you know, pretty cool in the period. We're gonna leave it. And obviously, if someone wants us to change it out, we'll do that. We'll find a new home for it. We love to keep some of these old things and repurpose them wherever possible.
We're standing in the family room, which has a wet bar.
One of many wet bars. Don't have to walk far for a drink in this house.
It lends itself to a pool table, a big sectional couch, the family all hanging out in here, a big screen TV. This is going to be a fabulous room where the family can hang out. Of course.
We'll restore the fireplace and make sure that's all proper. We'll probably take some of the detail out of this floor, a little too much detail. We'll either pop up some of the extra accents or we'll stain over it. We'll see how it works out once we get into it. Tremendous amount of, you know, light fixtures and speakers and old things that we'll have to take a look at and evaluate. What I love about this room is just the detail on that sloped ceiling with the craftsman paneling. I'm feeling like we may want to continue that paneling down the wall to surround the fireplace and the sliding doors to make it an entire paneled wall. And we're talking about whether to save some of these window treatments. Some are pretty interesting and valuable, some aren't. So that'd be part of the process of evaluating on a day-by-day basis here.
Yeah. I love the access from this room to the patio. So you can get there from the family room, you can get there from the living space, and it makes it flow.
You could have a pretty good party here.
Yes, for sure.
This is a room, you know, that makes renovation so interesting. There are things that are obvious, things that are not. We obviously need to replace the skylight and some of the light fixtures, but we have a dilemma with some of the trim and these really, really super cool gold faucets that 25 years ago were extremely costly. They're high quality, they're still functional, they match the sink trim, they match the tile, everything matches, and we're taking opinions about whether to keep it or not. Right now, our feeling is we keep those things that work and look beautiful and are elegant because they're easy enough to switch out at a later date if someone really feels differently than we do. So when we first got in here and saw the kitchen, and when we first did our initial budgeting, we thought, oh, these cabinets are pretty nice. They're quality cabinets, quality Sub-Zero appliances. And we thought, well, we'll cut out this peninsula, we'll reuse the cabinets, we'll take out the center island and redo the countertops and the fixtures. And, you know, we could always paint the cabinets, put new hardware, but after a few days of back and forth,
just get rid of it all.
We're gonna get rid of all of it. We're gonna start from scratch. We're gonna gut the kitchen, unfortunately. It's a shame, but we're gonna throw away these cabinets and we're gonna start clean.
It needs to, it's an important room. It needs to be modernized. It needs to be today's living space.
I always ask Sandy the question, if you were building this house today, would you build this kitchen this way? And if the answer is no, then it leans towards ripping it out. And the answer here was no.
I just love the gold leaf ceiling. The lights are not working, obviously, because we're under construction, but there are lights all lining the top of the frame, and it will just flush up. And
however, I have one surprise for you that we found out yesterday. You weren't here.
Oh.
That's not gold leaf, it's wallpaper.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I'm too short to get up there, but it has a beautiful sheen to it.
All right, we
and
won't
it
tell
looks like
anybody,
gold leaf.
okay?
But I love the barrel ceiling. That is such a beautiful detail in this home. And this is the study, which is off of the main foyer in the first room you come to. Love all the built-ins. I even love the grass cloth, and I think we're going to leave that wallpaper with the house.
I think it would be great if we had some Soji screens here. What do you think?
Originally there were. This wall was a wall of Soji screens.
There is another wet bar here. In case you can't go 50 feet without a drink, this is the middle of the house location wet bar. Again, all the hand-painted walls. We have a extra bedroom here with a full bathroom, ensuite.
Here is where we're going to move the new entrance into the master suite. It's huge, and we keep playing with different ideas. This originally was like a terrarium. They had plants galore, and they put the rocks in. I mean, very interesting, but not something we
Our grandkids love the rocks inside the house. They think that's pretty cool.
So we will rip out all the carpet and put new flooring in the whole master suite.
This foyer kind of matches the front foyer with all the hand paintings and the skylights. It's just a very cool entry into this master suite, which this will be the bed wall. There's a door out to a deck, beautiful window system out to what will be fantastically landscaped. Little sitting room with its own balcony. I mean, how great is that? And a fireplace. As I said, all this will come out. And then over here we had this built-in, what I thought was a little armoire or closet, and we found another wet bar with a refrigerator. So
a beautiful sink and faucet.
but even for a little coffee bar in the morning for a sitting room is really spectacular.
Obviously, that goes.
We'll take the whole thing out, the whole
Yeah.
platform, the stair, everything will come out. We're going to redo the floor into a nice wood floor. It looks like here we'll do a her vanity with a sit-down area. We'll
His
replace
vanity.
that with a his vanity, and got the shower. It's a beautiful steam shower.
Make it a little bigger.
Make it a little
Yeah.
bigger.
This will be a total transformation for sure.
And then we'll have a his and her closets. Those existing built-ins, we're gonna leave because they're fantastic. We'll remove the vanity in the back, and so this whole back area will be plenty of closet space. Move that wall back into the closet to make the shower about 2 feet bigger. So make sure we get a good before of all this, because in a few weeks, we'll hope to see some major work having been accomplished here.
It's a great old home. It's going to be a beautiful new home, probably 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, we'll
5
see.
months?
It depends on how deep we go. You know, we've been doing this for 45 years. Actually, Sandy retired this year, but she still likes to be involved in these kinds of projects because they're so much fun. We like the community to be involved. We appreciate all the opinions. The sooner someone gets involved, the more ability to influence our decisions.
Yeah.
But right now we go forward full speed ahead.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're making the right decisions based on our experience and our combined talents. With Sandy's ability to get the right colors and make the right design choices, unfortunately I'm not very patient, so I move very quickly.
So if you're interested in being a part of this or getting involved in this, act soon, because we're just going to keep going. And if you think you'd like to be a part of this project and making this home something you want to live in, get in touch with us.